Hello everyone. In today's lesson we are going to talk about a few math terms that you will find in your Springboard math book on page 27. So take a few minutes, pause this video, open up your math book to page 27. And in the top right there you'll see a box that says math terms. I would circle that box, I would put a star by that box. You must know the meanings of these words, and I think this video will help you understand them a little bit better. So let's get started with one of those words, and I want to jump down to the word factor. And the book says that a factor is one of the numbers you multiply to get a product. Well, if you look at the definition that I put here, I have changed it with one word, one simple word here. And what's very important to remember is a factor has to be a whole number. It's one of the whole numbers that you multiply to get a product. Well, when I ask you to name some factors of some numbers, what I'm looking for is the product or the factors of a product. So, for example, 12 is my product. 12 is the number, is my answer to a multiplication problem. So you know you're going to be multiplying numbers to get to 12. And the way I like to do that is I like to create a T-chart to list all my factors so that I can find all of them. And the easy way is to start at 1 and start listing them. So 1 times what will give me 12? Well, that number is 12. Then I go down to 2 and I ask myself, 2 times what will give me 12? Well, that number is 6. So 2 and 6 are factors of 12. They are two numbers, two whole numbers, that when we multiply them, give us the product of 12. And I just keep going. I ask myself, does 3 work? 3 times what will give me 12? Well, that number is 4. Again, I just keep going. Will 4 work? Well, sure, 4 will work because we just found that it'll work. Once I call it doubling up. Once I've done that, I can stop. I have found all the factors. I don't need 4 again. I don't need to write it down. But I have found all the factors of 12, and they're right here. The factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. And notice, they're all whole numbers. So those are all my factors of 12. Let's look at the number 36 and see what are the factors of 36. 36 is my product. I need two numbers when multiplied together give me the number 36. Well, I know 1 works. 1 times 36 is 36. Does 2 work? It should. 2 times a number, which is 18, will give me 36. How about 3? 3 times 12 is 36. Does 4 work? It sure does. 4 times 9 is 36. What about 5? 5 times what will give me 36? Well, I know that 5 times 7 is 35, and 5 times 8 is 40. So 5 is not a factor of 36 because it does not go in evenly. So I can erase that 5. What about 6? 6 times 6 is 36. And because I've doubled up here, I am done. I do not have to ask myself any more numbers because I can ask myself about 7. 7 doesn't work. 8 times what will give me 36? Nothing. And then I'm back up to 9 so when I've doubled up like that, when I've already got a factor on my T-chart that's already been named, I know that I've got all the factors. So all the factors of 36 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and that 6 I only have to list it once. Even though 6 times 6 is 36, I can just stop. The rest of the factors are 9, 12, 18, and 36. All these numbers are factors of 36. Let's talk about the next definition. The next definition is a prime number. A prime number is a natural number greater than 1 that has exactly 2 factors, 1 and itself. So let's break this definition up a little bit. First of all, we need to think about what is a natural number. We need to know what that is. Well, a natural number is just a number that you count naturally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that includes the number 0. 0 is a natural number. So we need to find whole numbers. So whole numbers that are greater than 1. So by definition, 1 is not a prime number because by this definition, it has to be a number that's greater than 1. So let's start with 2. Is 2 a prime number? Well, it has to have only 2 factors, exactly 2 factors, 1 and itself. So let's make a t-chart to see. So 1 times 2 is 2. So those are factors of 2, is 1 and 2. And then I've doubled up, actually. You could see that on the t-chart. I don't have any more factors. So 2 is a prime number. It's actually the only even prime number that we have. And then let's talk about number 3. Is 3 a prime number? I only need 2 factors, 1 in itself. So I know 1 times 3 are factors of 3. How about 2? Does 2 work? 2 times what will give me 3? Well, that's nothing. So I have 1 and itself. So 3 is actually considered a prime number. Now after 2, all of your prime numbers except for 2 are odd numbers. But don't be fooled. If you see, number 9 is not a prime number. It has factors of 1 and 9 and 3 times 3. So 9 has 1, 3, and 9 as its factors. And by definition, a prime number can only have 2 factors, 1 and itself. And because 3 is a factor of 9, it is not considered a prime number. So if 9 is not a prime number, then what is it called? Well, by definition, our next term, a composite number, is a natural number that has more than 2 factors. So because 9 has the factor of 1, 3, and 9, it has more than 2 factors. It has actually 3 factors. By definition, it is considered a composite number because it has more than 2 factors. Just like the number 12. When we do a t-chart, if we have the number 12, when we find all the factors of 12, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12, it has more. It's composed of more than 2 factors. So it is considered a composite number. So let's finish our last math term. Our last math term is prime factor. A prime factor is a factor that is a prime number. Well, do I know what a factor is? Sure. A factor is a number that you multiply to get a product. So for example, we have the number 36 here. And all of our factors, all the numbers that when we multiply them together to make up 36 are right here. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36. Well, I'm looking for a prime factor. So within these factors, I'm looking for all the numbers that are prime numbers within these factors. Remember, 1 is not a prime number. A prime number has to be greater than 1, so 1 does not count. 2 is a prime number because it has exactly 2 factors, 1 and itself, 2. 3 is a prime number because it has only 2 factors, 1 and itself, which is 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36 are all composite numbers. So the only 2 prime numbers or prime factors of 36 are 2 and 3. That'll become very important later when we start finding the prime factorization of a number. Thanks for watching.